Imagine your only job is to die. Seriously, that's Mickey's life. He's an expendable, a guy so cheap to replace that the company literally prints him a new body every time he kicks the bucket. They just upload his last saved memories, and boom, a new Mickey is ready for the meat grinder. The story kicks off on a frozen hellhole of a planet called Niflheim. Mickey17 wakes up in a deep ice crack, freezing his ass off. He sees the company ship and yells for his buddy, Timo. Timo shows up, looks down at him, and instead of helping, he just rips the flamethrower from Mickey's hands. "No point saving you, man," Timo says, cold as ice. "You're a goner anyway." See, this Mickey, number 17, is a glitch. A tube popped off his printer thingy during creation, making him different. And as it turns out, ridiculously hard to kill. He was supposed to freeze to death in that crack, but he didn't. Some giant alien creatures, these things called creepers, find him. Instead of eating him, the giant mama creeper and her babies just nudge him out of the hole. Weird, right? Mickey crawls back to base, ready to collapse into his bed, only to find the real shock. Mickey18 is already there, living in his room, and hooking up with his girl, Nasha. Now there are two Mickeys on one planet, and the law is crystal clear. There can only be one Mickey. The fight is no longer against alien monsters. It's Mickey versus Mickey, a battle for the right to exist. Which one is the real Mickey, and which one gets deleted for good? The breakdown, how it all went down. The backstory, the super quick version. 4 years ago on Earth, Mickey and Timo were in deep shit with the mob over a failed pastry shop. To escape a psycho with a chainsaw, they signed up for the first spaceship out of there. Mickey, not reading the fine print, checked the box for expendable. Big mistake. Life on the ship. The ship is run by a blowhard politician named Kenneth, his snake of a wife, Yelva, and a church that funds them. It's a culty vibe. Food is rationed, and Kenneth puts a planet-wide no sexy time ban until the colony is set up. Of course, Mickey and a badass security officer, Nasha, fall for each other instantly and start a secret affair. Life for an expendable sucks. Everyone treats him like a walking science experiment, constantly asking, "So, what's it like to die?" Welcome to Hell Planet. They land on Niflheim. Mickey12 through Mickey16 are killed in horrific ways just so the scientists can create a vaccine from their dying bodies. Our guy, M17, is sent on a mission where a teammate dies. Kenneth yells at him for not being the one to die. Then, M17 falls into the ice crack, Timo leaves him for dead, and the whole two Mickeys problem begins. Mickey versus Mickey. M17 returns and M18 immediately tries to kill him, throwing him toward the Cycler, the machine that recycles bodies into raw material for new clones. They fight, but are interrupted. M17 realizes M18 is just angrier, more violent. He's furious at Timo for ruining their lives, and at the company for treating them like trash. The tension skyrockets when Nasha finds out there are two of them. Instead of freaking out, she's weirdly into it. After getting high on some space drug, she suggests they can all share everything. And for a minute, they almost try to have a three-way relationship before it gets awkward. All hell breaks loose. In the cafeteria, a creeper hatches from a rock sample, causing mass panic. M18 tries to assassinate Kenneth during the chaos. He misses, but another creeper latches onto Kenneth's face before being shot off. In the aftermath, both Mickeys and Nasha are thrown in jail. In jail, Timo shows up with a crazy demand from the mob back home. Send them a video of Mickey being tortured with a chainsaw, and the debt is cleared. It's a twisted setup, but Nasha and M18 turn the tables and everyone ends up back in their cells. The final showdown. Kenneth is pissed. He decides to settle this. He straps bombs to both Mickeys. The mission: go out and kill creepers, bring back 100 of their tails. The winner lives, the loser goes boom. But out there, M17 uses a prototype translator to talk to the giant mama creeper. She reveals the truth. They didn't want to hurt him. They saved him. Now she's furious the humans have captured one of her babies and killed another. Her demand? A life for a life. One human must die to restore balance. As Kenneth and his goons roll out to slaughter the creepers, a plan is hatched. M18 steps forward, facing Kenneth. The aliens want a human life, they'll get one. He looks at Kenneth, smiles a bitter smile, and hits the detonator on his own chest. Boom. The explosion kills him and the corrupt leader, Kenneth. The war is over, the creepers retreat in peace. Mickey17 is the last one standing. He survived. He's finally free. After all the political fallout, Nasha rises to power, and the first thing she does is end the expendable program for good. In the final scene, Mickey walks up to the giant, horrible cycler and blows it to kingdom come. No more copies, no more dying. Just Mickey. The review. Our 2 cents on the story. So, was the story a banger or a bust? Let's break it down. What was dope? The strengths. The whole expendable idea is fire. This isn't just another cloning story. The idea of a human being as a disposable, printable commodity is dark, twisted, and makes you think, what does it mean to be human if your life is literally cheaper than a spare part? Mickey versus Mickey, the ultimate identity crisis. The best part of the story is the conflict between M17 and M18. It's not just a physical fight. It's a battle for a soul. M17 is learning to value life, while M18 is pure rage and vengeance. They are 2 sides of the same broken person, and their struggle is compelling as hell. A solid punch to the gut of society. This story holds up a dirty mirror to the real world. It dunks on greedy corporations, phony politicians. Kenneth is a perfect idiot puppet. Religious extremism, and the ethics of science when there are no rules. The monsters weren't the monsters. The twist that the creepy alien creepers are actually sentient, caring creatures, and the humans are the real savages is brilliant. It flips the whole sci-fi monster movie trope on its head and makes the story so much smarter. Mickey's glow up. Our hero starts as a pathetic, defeated guy who accepts his fate. He, by the end, through his own survival and the sacrifice of his other self, becomes a man who chooses his own destiny and breaks the entire system. That's a satisfying character arc. What kinda sucked? The weaknesses. The pace is breakneck. The story moves at 100 miles per hour with no seatbelts. The mob backstory, the romance with Nasha, the political drama, it all happens so fast, you barely have time to breathe. A little more time to let things sink in would have made the big moments hit harder. Some super convenient coincidences. How did M17 get a prototype translator at the exact moment he needed to talk to an alien queen? It felt a little too easy. A quick fix for a big problem. A few cardboard characters. While Mickey and Nasha are great, characters like Kenneth and Yelva are almost cartoonishly evil. They're fun to hate, but they don't have much depth beyond greedy, evil leaders. And Timo's personality flip-flops between pathetic friend, cold-blooded traitor, and badass Avenger were a little jarring. The final verdict on the sidewalk. Despite a few bumps, this story is an absolute banger. It's thrilling, action-packed, surprisingly deep, and will leave you thinking long after it's over. The core idea is strong enough to carry the whole thing, and the Mickey versus Mickey conflict is A+ drama. It's a dark, cynical, but ultimately hopeful story about finding your identity and fighting for your right to live, even when the world sees you as garbage. It's the kind of story that sticks with you. Highly recommended.